What's up, everybody? This is podcast 15. This is the N&D extravaganza. And extravagant. You like that? I'm trying to jazz it up a little bit. I got my shirt tucked in.
Daniel.
You hit me.
Chill.
You hit me.
No, it's just weird because we're like on different sides now, so I'm trying to get
now I see why you be having all this energy, man. The left side is the best side.
Energy. I be chilling.
And I got a drawer. Look at that.
I have a drawer too.
Nah, your drawer ain't like mine though. My shit is like right here.
We both have drawers. Shut up.
Let's just jump right into this. I know we got a lot of good stuff. Shout out to everybody that voted to actually still get podcast 14 because we had a busy week. Especially Miss Naja right here had a very busy week. And yeah, what's it hitting like, Naj?
Okay, so we have 4 topics today. The first one is that there is a number of LGBTQ plus YouTubers that are trying to sue YouTube and Google for discrimination. Some of you guys may not know like what is going on because you probably don't do YouTube, or maybe the YouTubers that you follow don't really bitch and moan about AdSense money and shit. I know I'm one of them. I make fun of shit like that because it's whatever. Like, my view is, not to get sidetracked, you working from home and you creating videos for money, bro, that's a blessing in itself. Fuck it.
Absolutely.
But these people are basically saying that YouTube is discriminating them because when they put the words gay or LGBT in their tags, it's automatically demonetized, so they're trying to sue YouTube and Google.
I mean, for starters though, like, YouTube doesn't have anything to do with it. Like,
they don't.
YouTube's keeping your videos up. It's not exactly discrimination if you're still having a platform to speak your truth. Now, you getting greedy about the coins that you're making while doing so, that's a totally different thing. And every video we've ever done on this has gotten demonetized. What are we gonna sue them?
We just make a joke out of it, right? Because it's like, bro, we don't put no profanity in our tags or nothing. Like, it just is what it is. And when you're a smaller creator, people don't even look at your videos. A robot does. Absolutely. So all you have to do is finesse. And I'm pretty sure some of you guys have seen some of your favorite YouTubers do things in the tags or the titles, and they put 4s instead of A's or 0s instead of O's. That's how you finesse. But then once you get up there in scale, then you have an actual person looking at your stuff because you're now going to be on the homepage. You're going to be on trending. They need to make sure you're in check.
Absolutely.
But one thing that I noticed about those group of YouTubers that are going to be suing YouTube and Google is that none of them are people of color. Mm-hmm. I don't know their ethnic background because I don't subscribe to them. I don't know. But their color is white, okay? Now, imagine how people of color on YouTube feel when we tag our stuff black. Like, you can't tag black YouTuber. You can't tag black girl. You can't tag black man. Because for whatever reason, it gets flagged too. But that's not YouTube doing that, if that makes any sense. It's all about the advertisers. Can you kind of like break it down, because I feel like I'm rambling.
Alright, so basically
how the advertisements work.
Basically, the same people that own all these big name corporations. Alright, let me not get ahead of myself. When your video is quote unquote yellow, demonetized, you actually still have ads. It's limited to no ads. You still get money.
Right.
So, like I said before, these people's video, or not even these people, that community's videos are still up. They're not getting discriminated against. They're mad because they have limited to no ads, and it's not supporting the lifestyle that they were blessed with, and they don't want to finesse.
Because when you get limited or no ads, or when you get demonetized, like for an example, you could have been making $2 per video, but now you're making 10 cents. Right. Yes, it's very drastic, especially when your whole like livelihood is fixated on YouTube. But what I was trying to get you to explain was...
No, I'm still going to explain.
It's not YouTube that's doing it.
No, it's...
YouTube is opening the market for the advertisers. Absolutely. And the advertisers are the ones that are discriminating against you. They're the ones that are being like, oh, they have black in their title. We don't want to be associated with black. We don't want to be associated with gay. That's them.
Yeah, and it's not because they don't like gay people. It's not because they don't like black people. But I broke it down to Naja earlier because we saw this video together.
Yeah,
we kind of had this discussion.
Posted a podcast. We'll link it.
Shout out to y'all. But if I post a rap video and I'm like, "Mug, what's up? I'm selling on the steps every day. I wake up." How would it look if there's like a Huggies commercial?
Don't say Huggies.
Because that's like the thing where it's just like
commercial.
Huggies.
Keep your bottom.
Yeah, keeping your bottom fresh. Cheer, Muff, what's up? Or like, bow, 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 bow. Glaze shots at them. You're just gonna be like, yo, Huggies, do you endorse laying shots at them and selling things to communities?
And another thing that we talked about, which made me, because I'm not gonna lie, I used to be real salty too, because I'm like, damn, I can't put black in my tags, in my titles. Like, I can't put certain things in here to get a community, because that's what the people were mainly saying, is how like they want to put LGBTQ in their tags because they know that their community will watch them. Absolutely. So that's why I was like, well, damn, I can't put certain things to get my community to watch me. But then I thought about it and I was like, think of it this way. You could put trans kid uses woman's bathroom in the title, right? And you'll have one video with that title and it'll just be a trans person really excited about being like, hey, I've gained the courage and like I feel like I'm ready to be me and I'm about to go into this woman's bathroom.
That's a wonderful thing.
And then you'll have another video with the same title of a trans person trying to go to the bathroom and some asshole coming up calling them homophobic slurs, telling them to get the fuck out of the establishment. So it's like these computers have a hard time differentiating the two because it's a computer. So what they do to stay safe is they just say, fuck it, we're not going to let anybody say anything like that. So that's what they're doing.
And it's like, say you say black YouTuber, the same thing, the same tag is on a Black Lives Matter video where they might show a clip of a young black man getting gunned down in the streets by police, which YouTube might not take down. But
they'll never take it down.
But could you imagine Pepsi Cola and Cardi B, okay, and then get the fuck on the ground, blah, 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 blah.
What that does is like, that's just like,
what?
Because I get it, because they're just like, the news, Fox News is going to get it and be like, Pepsi Cola endorsed this video of this unarmed black male getting shot down in the street. Black Lives Matter posted it on YouTube and Pepsi Cola's in the front. So I just feel like these YouTubers are putting their rage on the wrong people. Yeah. I've even had some people tell me, like right in my comments being like, oh, I have to unsubscribe from you because I got a Trump ad before I watched your video. I have no control of that. Absolutely. YouTube has no control of that. Like, it's literally these advertisers. Whoever has the most money is going to get their slot.
Absolutely.
And if you finesse, like how I told you with the zeros and whatever, sometimes certain ads can get through.
Absolutely.
But I've noticed, like, when I watch certain content, I get a lot of, like, mixed ads. Like, I notice I get more liberal ads than most. Like, I get that HIV pill ad a lot. I don't know if any of y'all seen it, where it's like multiple people and they're like, I take the pill. I take the pill. And it's just like, I get that ad all the fucking time. Right, that shit.
But I mean, that's the limited or no ads. Like, you're gonna get the people that don't mind the controversy, but it, like I said, if it's Burger King,
you said, though, like,
try the new Whopper.
You really think that HIV ad put in as much money as a fucking Trump ad did?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. It's all about money. It's a monopoly. So it's just like the same way how YouTubers are struggling to scrape up pennies, so is YouTube.
But, like, I just want to put this here before I lose my mental clarity. You cannot, it's a double-edged blade, because if you want the platform to promote your ideals and your beliefs, you can't get mad at the company that's seemingly free to you. YouTube, their domain, their IP servers, their connection that they're using is not free. They have to get some type of revenue. So if they have to demonetize your stuff so that they can still get the ads, because if they let it through and these companies decide, all right, we're pulling out of Google, and they don't make money, you have to go on Vimeo and you have to pay monthly to do that same stuff. And before I even stop talking about this, because I mean,
I got one more thing to say. I was just
absolutely. There was one YouTuber that was on the site where they were suing, and her name was Queer Kids Toys or something.
Yeah.
If you have the word queer and kids
and toys,
of course they're good. Think about queer toys and what a robot would think about that, and then you put kids in it and you think that you're going to be monetized. Like, use your brain for 5 seconds here. I don't know what everybody believes, but you should not sexualize kids to begin with. When you put a sexual orientation in the word kids in the same sentence, not only are you probably going to be without, you're going to be with limited ads. You might have no ads because there's ratings to limited or no ads.
So how I feel about what you just said. I feel like kids know their sexual orientation. That's just how I feel. They may not be sexual, but they know. Just how when you knew you were a kid, you were straight. Like, kids know. But like you said earlier, when it comes to a robot, when they see kids, queer, and toys, then they're gonna associate queer with LGBT and then think of it at, like, it's gonna be labeled as a sexual thing, because that's the only reason why LGBT is getting blocked, is because they're labeling it as a sexual thing. The only reason why the term black is getting blocked is because they're labeling it as a racism thing, when both of those are incorrect. But it's a computer that people have coded because they don't want to risk the chance of that Pepsi ad being put on that video.
Yeah.
But I forgot what I was going to say earlier when I was like, I have one more thing that I wanted to add on.
But, like, seriously though, when I was younger, it wasn't even that complicated. I didn't think I was straight. I was just like, yo, this is what I like, whatever. There wasn't labels for everything.
No,
back
it wasn't.
then.
I'm just saying though, you knew what you liked.
Different.
You knew what you liked.
Absolutely, but there wasn't
Right.
I didn't have to think about it like, oh, I'm a straight black male. Like, it's a little different.
I didn't either.
now.
If anything, when I was younger, and I know this is about to get off topic, but when I was younger,
It's fine.
like, one of my earliest memories was, like, I was walking with my mom, and, like, my brother was in the stroller, and, like, me, my mom, and my brother, we were going to the park because my dad was at work. And we went to the playground, and there were these two ladies. There's two black girls, and they were sitting on a bench. Well, they weren't girls.
I gotta be black.
No, because I'm just telling you how I remember. You know, I got memory like an elephant, bruh. I remember, like, everything. So they're sitting on this bench, and they're, like, holding hands, and they're, like, looking at each other and shit. And my mom peeped me looking at them, like, real confused. And my mom was like, is that confusing you? And I didn't really understand what she meant by that. But I was just like, are they, like, sisters or, like, cousins or something? And my mom was like, no, they're lesbians. And I'm like, what is a You gotta understand, you know, my mom was young when she had us. So she was like, no, they're lesbians. And I was like, what is a lesbian? And she was like, it's two girls who are in love with each other, and that's okay. They're not hurting anybody. That's just who they love.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, that shit stuck with me. And then until I was in, like, the 3rd grade, I thought that I was a lesbian. And then I was like, wait a minute, I think guys are cute too. So it was just like this conflict
So you're
with me.
probably like, well, I'm an alien.
Bruh, I didn't even know.
Exactly,
I didn't even
know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know the term of bisexual. Like how you were just like, I'm a straight man. Like, I didn't know the terms of it, but I just felt it. Even though I was a kid.
But
like,
the same way that, and like, I'm not trying to cut you off. I feel like, okay, that's what I felt. I know everybody doesn't. Pass the stick to me. Pass the talking stick to me. I got the baton. Alright. The same way you were like, I didn't know, is the same reason why you shouldn't be telling these kids, like, oh, this is this sexual orientation. This is this, because they don't truly understand it. You will have a little kid thinking, oh, well, fuck it. I'm a goddamn trans person. They don't even know what that means. And if you're trying to explain to a youngin', bro, we didn't even get this sex talk till we were a certain age.
I will say this though, because I don't want what I said to get misconstrued. Because I don't want anybody to think that because my mom told me what a lesbian was is why I thought I was one. It was mainly just because I feel like that memory stuck out more to me. Because I had memories before that where, like, my mom would have her friends who had sons who were my age, and they would be like, oh, that's her little boyfriend type shit, and that shit never felt right to me. But then, like, when she said that, I was like, oh shit, this makes sense, because I thought little Cindy was cute in preschool. I thought little Martha was cute in daycare.
Yeah.
So then it made sense to me, but then like once I started socializing and shit, and then I saw that the norm was male and female interactions in elementary school, and then I was just like, wait, this doesn't bother me as much as I thought it was. But at the same time, my mom was never drilling me like, are you a lesbian? Oh, you're a lesbian? That's great. I'm gonna groom and nurture you to feel pride in your lesbian, blah, blah, blah. Like, she didn't do that. She just told me what it was. She told me if that's what I was, it was okay. And then I just, like, did my own thing.
Yeah.
So I don't want to make it seem like my mom planted that in my head or nothing, because she really didn't. But...
Bro, kids will be kids. I used to like fucking Gundam and Power Rangers like a motherfucker. Kids have fucking weird thoughts. I also fucking shit my pants. Like, kids, dog, you have to let kids be. Like, I was a little nigga, bro. Don't act like you ain't never.
I've done embarrassing things as a kid.
Okay, so like, fuck all that. Like, let the kid grow up. Support whatever they end up liking, but like, don't try to make assumptions about a child because you're deciding if they're a certain sexual orientation, but they can't vote. They can't buy a gun. They can't buy no bottle. They can't buy no Newports. They're not an adult. They don't know themselves yet. They're not of the age of consent. They can't make those decisions, so you don't make them for them. But that's totally off topic. With that,
we're going to go into another topic. I didn't put this on here, but it's something that a lot of people are arguing about right now, so I want to talk about it since we're on this. I think in Illinois, I want to say specifically Chicago, but I think it's the state of Illinois, they're going to introduce...
Chirac. Shout out to Chirac.
Introduce an LGBTQ plus history course. And a lot of people are upset about it, and I've noticed it's mainly black people that are upset. Because they're like, well, what I've seen online anyway, I've mainly been seeing black people that are upset about it, which kind of like catches me off guard. But they were basically just like, how are y'all gonna try to force this on our kids, and how are y'all gonna force this? And you know what it immediately made me think of?
What's that?
White people, when Black History Month and Black History classes, and then being like, how are you gonna force this on our kids? That's immediately what it made me think of, because it's like, we're not trying to force your kid to be gang banging or nothing. Like, we just want them to know, like, you know, black people contributed to our country. Like, and there are gay black people that have also contributed to our country, whether they're openly flamboyant at parades or not.
See,
they're still gay.
The problem is, though, is when you're talking about sexual orientation, it's a real touchy thing to be teaching kids about sexual orientation, because you might inadvertently mold them to be a certain way.
Well, that's another thing. I don't even know the age bracket.
When you're a teenager, that is the crux of your life, right? You could go one or two ways, right? If I had it in, it's nature or nurture. If they're naturally going to do something, that's one thing. You taught me this. If you're going to inadvertently nurture their fucking thinking into another thing, you can't really teach sexual orientation. You can teach sexual safety, but I feel like once you take that step further, you're like, all right, this is...
That's how I feel too, and that's why I don't get why people are so like pressed, because just from learning that a gay person did this in history, a trans person did that in history, a lesbian did this in history, does not mean by learning that it's going to influence a kid to be like, oh damn, I'm gay, fuck it. Like, that's not going to happen at all.
I feel like that's one of those things where, alright, if you're talking about equality, whether or not somebody that did a certain thing was gay or not really shouldn't matter. Because...
Well, then that goes to the fact of where, with black history, the fact that somebody's black or not should not matter. They did what they did in history.
You can't look at somebody and tell if they're gay or not.
No, you can't.
You can look at somebody and tell if they're black or not. There's a big fucking difference between the color of somebody's skin and their sexuality.
You could also read somebody's name in a history book and not know if they're black or not, or if they're gay or not.
But you can look.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Somebody's
you can look at somebody and tell.
physically.
But when it comes to a classroom setting and you get to a portion in the textbook and you read a name, you're not gonna know.
I feel like when you're trying to fight for that, all right, this is normal, right? Gay people were never enslaved. They had hardships, but they were never enslaved. I feel like the only reason why there's Black History Month is because we were promised as black people 40 acres a mule, and we never got that shit. We were promised reparations, and we were never given that shit. When it comes to gay rights, gay people have always had rights in America. Yeah, they were persecuted, and that shit was not right.
But
there was
if they
a
were
point.
black gay people?
Then you're black before you're gay.
Yeah, you are. So that's the whole point that I'm trying to make, is I feel like when people hear gay history, they automatically think a fucking Chandler with his fucking rainbow flag spaghetti strap
That's
t-shirt
not the case, though.
instead of fucking people who have actually made strides, who are not just white gays, but there are black gays that have changed history.
Absolutely, but they didn't do it because they were black gays. They did it because they wanted to change history.
And black people wanted to change history regardless if they were black.
They didn't do it because they were black gays. 9 times out of 10, they did it because they were black. They had the power and the wherewithal to change history. People rarely and seldom change history just because of their sexuality. If you look back into the damn Bible days, niggas was gay. The Romans, they were bisexual as fuck or gay. That shit used to never be a thing.
Gay.
Okay,
the
so
Greeks were gay.
Niggas been gay throughout
But you know
history.
what's crazy? You know what's crazy? We know that because we're adults. There are a lot of things they don't teach in history, but we have to find out by our fucking selves. Like, we know that the Greeks were gay. We know that the Romans were gay. Both of them only used women for reproductive reasons, and they thought men's physicality were more attractive because they were strong and
they
did
idolized
shit.
and looked up to them like gods.
They even made statues like them.
Absolutely.
So this is the thing. Then it goes back to, like, we had to look that shit up. But in history, all you see is, oh, the Romans and the Greeks fought and they had gods, and they leave shit out. That's what I'm saying. I don't think the textbooks are gonna be like, oh yeah, and this dude, well, okay, good example. The girl that did the first trans parade, the LGBTQ parade, the one that got killed at the piers, and I'm so sorry, I do not remember her name. She got killed at the piers. They still don't know who did it.
Do you remember the nigga's name that killed Martin Luther King?
No.
Who gives a fuck?
I'm just saying, I'm being so honest right now. But she's like a really big figure in the trans community. But
I mean, I think the nigga that, like,
I feel like in the books, they're gonna talk more about her doing certain protests and then her death, but not go into depth like how they do with any other fucking history of minorities. They're not gonna go into depth on shit. They rarely go into depth on the fucking white people.
You want me to keep so gangster with you though on that topic? Like, bro, the same way niggas, like, you couldn't tell me who killed Martin Luther King, right? I could tell you the nigga that killed JFK and Lee Harvey Oswald, but I couldn't tell you the nigga that killed MLK. Like, that's the same. That's what that curriculum does.
Yeah.
And you think they're finna change it for that? Now niggas have AirPods. We used to have to fucking wear a hoodie and hide our hair.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
I say all that just to say, and I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm trying to finish my point. Now y'all have that. With great power comes great responsibility. Y'all can fucking have every answer to the test with your fucking AirPods, bro. Y'all gonna have to figure that shit out. But you can't count on any curriculum, and you can't count on any history month to do it. Like, y'all have the power now. Cause shit was sweet when we were around. When I was in high school, nigga, I had an LG. To get on fucking MySpace and check my profile took like fucking 5 minutes. Now niggas can literally get on Facebook 1 minute, Twitter 1 minute. Y'all got the answers, bro. Y'all gonna have to deal with that shit.
What I was gonna say is that I don't know why they're bringing it into schools. I feel like, in my opinion, the reason why is because they're trying to say, like, maybe if we educate everybody on this, they'll have a better understanding of LGBTQ plus people. But you teach black history in school as well, and there are still kids that see it and then they still have hatred in their heart.
It's not gonna help.
I don't think it's going to help in that aspect. I feel like it's worth learning, because I didn't really learn about LGBTQ plus history until like I started seeing documentaries. I started getting involved. I saw Paris is Burning when I was like a junior in high school, and that made me really want to start researching. But it's crazy because a lot of people in the history books that we grew up on were gay, bi, lesbian, and we just like didn't know. Yeah, we just didn't know because it wasn't a major thing for them. So that's why I feel like it's going to be the same books, but instead it's going to be like, did you know that, let me think, who is a famous bisexual? Did you know that Lil Ricky was bisexual? Did you
like
know
that? You know the nigga that James Francis Key, the nigga that did the Oh Say Can You See?
Yeah.
I feel like he was bisexual. I don't know why I'm telling you that.
Especially back in the day.
I feel like so.
Back in the day, I saw this one post where it was like this dude singing the blues. He had a perm, all black and white video, and he had a tux on. He's singing the blues about like some bitch. And some girl retweeted it talking about, I wish that men were like this now and blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Somebody retweeted it. It was just like, bro, men like this had a wife, a girlfriend, a boyfriend. like
what was
bro,
the movie
back
that
in the
we
day,
watched with the pianist that was gay as fuck, and nobody really knew like that? You remember you know what I'm talking about? Where he had the white bodyguard that was like a mob nigga that was like, he had to stop fucking with the mob and then watch that nigga. That was a condition of his mob rules.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where they were driving home in the snow and he had the gay pianist nigga and he was trying to get the nigga to eat fried chicken.
Oh, you're talking about the Green Book?
Okay.
Is that
that is it?
Where they were driving and trying to go across the south?
But you see how...
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Niggas would be more focused on how this nigga liberated the black tour. What he did. The fact that he was gay. I mean, he was gay, bro. Like, I feel like the same way as women's rights. If you go to the fucking moon, do you want me to be like, oh my god, this motherfucking woman, this woman went to the moon, or you be like, Nigel was the fucking sixth person to go to the moon.
That's sex, though. That's different. But I get what you're saying. It's like how, like, people in the current generation didn't know that fucking, like, okay, they had to see Bohemian Rhapsody to know that
Freddie
bro was
Mercury,
queer, right?
yeah.
Like, and it's like, bruh, if you knew, you knew.
Exactly.
But
that's the whole
I get it, and that's why I
conundrum.
was just like, I feel like, okay, it's important to know certain things, but I just feel like it kind of minimizes it.
Exactly.
But I feel like, because like with me personally, I wouldn't want to be known as like the bisexual YouTuber. Like, I don't even really talk about why are you giving me a high five?
No, I'm giving you a handshake because that's real shit. If you break a world record, you don't want to be known as, oh, I'm the first gay person to do 900 fucking thousand push-ups.
It makes me think though, like how people feel more better about like being like about being like the first woman to do something and the first person to do something.
Exactly.
Because I feel like it goes human, sex, I guess sex and gender are weird, and then color.
Human, gender, color, sex.
But gender and sex are weird. Like, it's weird. Like, I can't explain it. It's really weird. Like, so, it's like, to be the first human to do something, amazing. Be the first woman, man to do something, awesome. Be the first black, Asian, Hispanic,
Mexican, whatever.
Right, to do something great for your community. But it's like, then it comes to sexuality at the end.
That's not important.
Because it's just like, okay, now I feel like I'm like at the bottom of the totem pole. Because it'd be different if I'm like, okay, Naja is the first person to do this. And I'm going to be like, bro, nobody else can do this. You want to beat my record? You're going to have to beat my ass.
You're giving credit where it's not due.
But then it's like, Naja is the first woman to do it. Now your competition is other women. It's like, all right, I'm beat y'all ass.
Right. Trans person on the moon. Congratulations. Like,
yeah, it's kind of like congrats. There's other people out there before you.
And you don't know what the fuck their sexuality preference was, but they didn't have the resources to do it.
It's so weird to me, now that I think about it though, Because, like, it would be cool to be I feel like it shouldn't be a whole course. I feel like it should be like, did you know that this person was queer? So then it kind of makes other queer kids in the class be like, oh shit, I could do that. Or it's like, did you know that this person was gay? And it's like, oh shit, I would have never known. I could do that. Like, you
it's
get
like
what I'm saying?
add-on.
But I don't feel like it should be like a, I don't know. Like,
yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah,
because
it is really hard to say.
You know how, man, let's just move on. That shit is a touchy subject.
Not really. It's just really complicated. I just don't like how people are trying to be all like, oh, people still don't want to learn about Black history and blah blah blah, and y'all trying to erase this. But it's just, this is the thing though. By adding something does not mean you're erasing something at the bottom. It's addition, not division. Like, you can add on more knowledge and not subtract. It's the same way how, like, in Florida, you need a required language. We learn Spanish and we learn ASL because we have the fucking Deaf and Blind Academy in Florida, and we have a lot of Hispanic immigrants. It's the same way as if you move to California, you're required to learn Spanish because it's compensating to that. Or the same way when you fucking move to, I don't know, Texas. Maybe y'all learn a certain Native American tribe. I don't know. I might be stretching. But it's just like how certain things go with certain things. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck it. I'm about to snap. There was never fucking flags in every state in the South condemning gay people, bro. That's why we have Black History Month, bro. Alabama still has a Confederate flag acknowledging the fact that there's slavery there. That's where their fucking economy came from. That's how they ate, and they don't give a fuck. They're not gonna change it, bro. It's a little fucking different, and it's kind of insensitive that people would even compare those two things when they're like, oh, this has a month, we need a month. Yeah, have the month, but don't compare. Like,
that's what I'm saying. You shouldn't be dividing people because it's all shitty. It's all shitty.
Like, it is, but there's different levels to it. Like, my fucking ancestors came to this bitch on a boat. The ones that cared enough jumped off and thought that death would be better than slavery.
So then, how would you feel if Jewish people were like, we need a Jewish history?
They have one already.
But I'm just saying, though, like, how would you feel if somebody was comparing your ancestors' struggles?
Slavery and the Holocaust are neck and neck.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Do you know how many fucking Africans died in the slave trade?
I'm just saying.
More than in the Holocaust.
I'm just saying, though. Like, I feel like how you said neck and neck, why are we comparing?
No,
like,
I'm not comparing. I'm just talking about the actual loss of life, the actual suffrage. Actually, the Holocaust has it beat because that happened in the matter of 10 years or so.
Like, that shit happened not even like... But slavery was close too. That's what I'm saying.
But that shit happened over the course of 200 years. We're not comparing. We're just showing the severity of the people that were oppressed, the loss of life. Like, it's astronomical. Those were genocides, damn near. And now we're talking about people thinking that they don't have enough rights when we're going above. I respect every gay person. We respect gay rights. Unless you're just a bigot. Everything Obama tried to pass and that he passed, I'm cool with it. We respected it. But you're not going to compare that to slavery or anything worse than that.
But nobody was. That's like what I'm trying to like get across to people that keep being like, why are y'all trying to teach this in school and people still didn't even know that Martin Luther King got shot but he died in the hospital? Conspiracy theory. Da-da-da-da. Like, it's like, bruh, like, why are we doing comparisons? Like, it's all shitty. Like, the same way as it's just like people are trying to compare Black history, LGBTQ plus history, when there are gay Black people, and now we're talking about the Holocaust when there are gay Black Jewish people in the world. It's like, why are we doing
because sexuality is a +1. How you look, you cannot change. Nobody could hide the fact that they were Black in the Jim Crow. If you do not, like, people that, dude, that is...
I'm just about to say, though, The history class is not about people being persecuted. It's not.
That's usually why people get months.
But it's not. We're not talking about months. I'm talking about the class. It's not about people getting persecuted. It's about achievements that LGBT people have made. And I agree with you earlier how it kind of like, if that were me, I would feel like, bruh, why are you limiting me to just my sexuality on my achievement? I get that. But I think you're getting it twisted with other people are getting it twisted where it's like, it's not about oppression. It's not about the bad things that happen. It's about achievements.
All right, I'm not making a comparison to people that have this disorder. That's like me saying, all right, nigga.
What are you talking about disorder? What are you talking about?
No. Because that's like, all right, if somebody has Alzheimer's or autism or anything like that, it's like, all right, you're not going to bring that up when you're talking about their achievements, are you? If somebody's a psychopath, you're not going to bring that up. If somebody's a skateboarder, you're not going to bring that up. If somebody fucking is a surfer, you're not going to bring that up. If somebody likes certain things, you're not going to bring that up. But what they are as a matter of fact, like, I don't know, dude. It's a weird conundrum because at the end of the day, like I said, throughout history, people have liked what they like. We're just now being like, oh, being gay is such a big thing. I don't view being gay as such a big thing.
A lot of gay people don't. And that's another thing where it's just like, people always see, like, Kaz's like, my younger brother is about to turn 19 in 2 months. His generation view it as, like, this, like, I can't even explain it, but it's just, like, this huge thing. And it's, like, I've even had people ask me, like, when did you come out? And I'm like, bruh, I never came out. I just lived my fucking life, and people caught on, I guess, because I just never felt the need to do it. But because of that new generation moving in that way, for whatever reason, the older generations think that every person that is part of that community is very, like, gung-ho in your face and like, oh yeah, you need to call me by my pronouns or I'm gonna beat your ass. And it's like not even like that. Like crazy. It's not even like that. And that's why it's just like, I feel like this whole thing is just getting so misconstrued. Like, it's one fucking state in the country that was like, you know what? Let's start educating people about, little did you know, but this person was in the community. And if you're in that community, you should be inspired, because if you have nothing else involved with this person or similarities with this person, just know that they have that one similarity with you where they had to struggle with their coming of age or their coming of sexuality just the way you did, and they still got to do their own thing regardless if their parents cut them off, their parents loved them, jobs were like, oh, we saw you at that gay club, you're fired. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
is it California?
No, it's Illinois.
Damn.
That's another thing too. Like, this shit. That shit's
just so random. But all I'm saying before, because I know we gotta move on. All I'm saying is, the only rights that gay people had to fight for were marriage and pretty much bathrooms. That's it. Think about that. Really think about that. Marriage and bathrooms, and both are stupid as fuck. If two men want to get,
all they had to fight for. Go ahead.
Those were the only laws that they had to fight to make sure that they had.
I'm gonna tell you some more when you're done.
Alright. If two men want to get married, who gives a fuck? They're in love, boom. Women too, boom. Trans too, boom. If I identify as a woman and like I'm taking shit to have tits and shit, if I want to use the women's bathroom, bro, I don't like Nick, bro, fuck it. Boom. I don't like women, boom. Whatever, boom. Do what you want to do, boom. Those are the two main things. You might be able to throw multiple shit on there, but those are the two main things. Black people had to fight for fucking water fountains.
You're comparing again.
No, I mean, shit. It's the truth. Bro.
But why do you have to compare? That's what I don't get. Like, that's not the argument, is comparing gay to black, because there are black gay people. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's not... Like,
but that shit comes... Like, that shit comes third. That's my whole argument. It comes third.
I look like I'm decapitated on camera. That's how I feel. There's blood squirting out right here.
It comes third. Because whatever you are, you're what you are first. Do I think that society needs to catch the fuck up because this shouldn't be an issue? Yes. But do I feel like it should be on the same fucking playing field? No. I'm not saying...
Because no one's putting it on the same... Other people are, and I brought it up, and I should not have brought it up, so we could have had like a level playing combo and not brought up that conversation, because I feel like that kind of clouded everything. Because it's not being compared in the school system. They're not trying to replace anything.
But you should not be trying to teach kids sexuality, period.
They're not.
You shouldn't.
They're teaching kids about what people who just so happen to have the sexual orientation have done in history.
But does it really matter? Does it matter if somebody was gay?
That's like saying, that's like a white person or anybody else saying, but does it matter that they did that while being black? That's why I don't get why you're not getting that. I'm not trying to compare it to slavery or anything like that. I'm just trying to compare it to white people, how white people used to say that about black history to kind of make you understand.
No, because the difference is they never thought that niggas could fucking read. They never thought that niggas could write. Throughout history, gay people have done everything. Everything.
All I'm saying is that some people thought all gay people could do was get AIDS and die. Like that's
that's what I'm saying. That's that's retarded as fuck. I'm sorry. That is stupid. That's
what people think.
That is so fucking closed-minded. And maybe that's what my fucking little mind is having a hard time grasping. The fact that anybody would think just because somebody's gay they can't do something is frustrating. You have to have some type of mental thing going on to think that gay people can't have the same mental aspirations as anything else.
The same way as how a black person can have the same mental...
But nobody ever said that gay people couldn't have the same mental capacity as anybody else. People throughout history have said in America that black people were lesser than. Nobody ever said that fucking black, like, bro. Nobody ever said that black people had the same mental capacity as white people throughout history in America.
And throughout history in America, black and white people and whatever race of people said that gay people would not live past the age of fucking 24 because all they cared, and the stereotypical thing about gay people in the past was they either molest children or fuck buttholes, get AIDS, and die, and they consume ghettos. That's the stereotype of gay people throughout history. So that's why I feel like that history class of showing people like this person may have been gay, but what they fucking accomplished, look at that. And you have the same sexual orientation as them.
I'm sorry. Nobody ever said that gay people molest children and consume
are you
ghettos.
kidding me? Are you so? Okay,
I'm from California,
are you kidding me?
Nobody
You've never heard somebody call a gay man a child molester. You've never heard that? Wow. Okay, let's move on.
No.
Let's go to the next topic.
That shit is fucking ridiculous, bro.
I don't see how you've never... That's the main thing I've always heard.
Bro, if you're gay, you're gay, bro. If I like men, I like men, bro. That doesn't mean I like kids. But what I'm saying is...
people don't get that,
people preach throughout history that, alright, this was the first black astronaut because niggas used to say that fucking... When I say niggas, I mean white people used to say niggas were the same, worse than apes. So when a nigga flies a plane, they're like, damn, bro. Fuck that bullshit. They're fucking making up for all the fucking propaganda they used to put against niggas. All them white people that used to say that shit, a lot of them were gay back then. And some of them were child molesters. That's the whole prerogative I'm trying to get, bro. Like, that shit is just fucked up. I don't even know how the fuck we got here.
Are child molesters also.
Absolutely.
All colors of the rainbow are child molesters. I'm just about to say... You sitting here saying that you've never heard somebody be like, "Oh, he's gay."
I swear to God,
I don't want him around my children.
My mind could not only never wrap my head around that, but I would never accept that. Fuck no, I would never let them say that.
I've heard people say it.
Just because you're gay, you're a child molester. That's fucking bullshit, bro. I would have a long conversation with somebody that said that, bro. Like, dead ass, that's not right. That's just like saying just because you're black, you steal cars and put them on bricks and rob old white women at ATMs. That's bullshit. But I'm sorry, bro. Anyways.
We're going to talk about this next topic.
I hope you got a lot of enjoyment out of that. That was juicy.
I guess.
Oh.
Your elbow is pointy as fuck.
Oh, I need to eat my cabbage and cornbread. Fuck. What's up? What's the next thing?
The whole Jay-Z and the NFL situation. We talked about this last night, and I'm just tired because this is, again, another subject we don't fucking agree on. So I'm just going to sit here and eat my fucking food because I don't even feel like going back and forth with your ass. I don't got no energy. What time is it? It is 1:48 a.m. on a fucking Saturday. I am just going to let you talk your shit. Go ahead.
That's not a podcast.
I'm just saying, bro, because we don't have the same opinion on this. I feel like
that's
Jay-Z
the beautiful thing about a podcast.
And I'm going to say that beautiful word you hate that I say when I talk about Jay-Z. Jay-Z is a fucking capitalist. All he's doing is just trying to get his bread. This nigga used to sell crack, bro. This is just what he does. He goes where the fucking money at. He ridiculed Travis Scott and other people for performing at the fucking Super Bowl because of Kaepernick. He even started wearing Kaepernick jerseys on his shows and shit. And then, lo and behold, yeah, I'm working for the NFL. Kneeling, that trend is done. It's over. So, yeah, let's move on. I'm working for them now. I'm about to own shit. I'm about to be in charge of the halftime show. Even though I just ridiculed the niggas that were performing for the halftime show, now I'm in charge now. And then, like, my thing that got me upset, and that's why I'm like, I'm about to just eat my food and shut the fuck up, because you making that dumbass face over there while I'm talking.
Wow.
Yeah, cause, nah, bro, because I saw you in the camera talking about, like, right, no, I saw you. My thing is, he talking about that shit is not trendy anymore.
Alright, that was some bullshit.
The reason why Kaepernick took a knee is because black people do not get the same rights as other people in this country. And it's just like, that shit is not out of style. It's still happening today. Mm-hmm. So kneeling is not out of style. The message behind it is still happening and has not been dealt with. And that's all I'm going to say on this. Go ahead, Daniel.
I should agree with that.
Well, you didn't agree with me yesterday. So
Nigga, I was drunk. God damn it.
You weren't drunk.
I was drunk as fuck.
No, you were not. You had a few glasses of wine.
I can't mix liquor anymore.
We're drinking liquor right now.
I don't do recreational drugs anymore. Whatever.
What are you talking about?
I think I made a very bland statement.
No,
that made
you just
sense.
went. Okay.
All right.
This is a mess.
It's really not. I mean, I don't do certain things, so certain things affect me more than you would think. I'm a little nigga, man. Goddamn, I got high metabolism, man. I got my shirt tucked in. Chill. But, yeah, I really do. Yeah, look at that.
I had to look.
Yeah, I'm not lying. I don't lie. No lies. 2020.
What do you have going on?
Hey, bro, this is my trademark for one. Every podcast, I'm gonna have a different hairstyle, man. Yeah, if you see anybody take this one, nigga, it's trademark. But anyway, I agree with you, bro. There's nothing trendy about what the fuck happened. But I told you last night, this is the one thing I agree with what I said last night about it, because I had to really think about it, because that's what grown motherfuckers do. They really sit back and think about shit. So you think about it. Karma's a bitch. So when you're talking about it's not trendy, you got little black children, bro. And nobody's gonna give a fuck that you're your children, bro. So really think about it.
Good example. They're rich,
bro. Nobody gives a fuck, cause you think them little niggas ain't gonna be at Coachella, Lollapalooza, like, bro. They're gonna rebel. That's what little fucking niggas do, bro. They're not gonna want to be in the spotlight, bro. All these rich niggas gonna fucking, their kids are gonna do what they do. Barack Obama's daughter gets followed by the fucking Secret Service. I don't give a fuck how rich you is, nigga. Your kids ain't gonna have the fucking Secret Service following them. They do what the fuck they want to do.
I feel like I cannot wait until Blue Ivy gets older. That's just gonna be so fucking funny. She gonna be like wildin'. That's just
exactly. That's
not
what
in
I'm
that
saying.
way. I'm just saying
she's gonna be
she's
wildin'.
already a fucking icon.
All right.
She's gonna be doing her thing.
You cut me off. Are you finished?
Yeah.
I'm just joking. Kanye. No, seriously
I really
though.
didn't.
She's gonna be probably an SJW. She probably got, yeah, bro, your eyes, man. You cut me off all the time. I deal with it. Motherfucking, that shit ain't gonna be cool when your kids become grown because you're fucking counting it out. Now, I do agree that he took care of the nigga Kaepernick. And I do agree with your situation where it's like, okay, now I control parts of the NFL, but it's one of those, let's sit back and watch what he gonna do with it. Honestly. And we're gonna see what happens. Because right now it's too early to see if this nigga's playing chess or he's just fucking being an Uncle Tom. But
definitely Uncle Tom.
I think I don't even think anymore. I hope he's playing chess.
That's like you working for Walmart and you did a protest on Walmart.
I would never work for Walmart.
And I was like, I'm gonna pay your Walmart salary, you don't gotta go to work. And then a few years later, I'm like, fuck you, Danny. I'm working with Walmart. Get your own bread. Your trend is over. That shit's not popular anymore. You don't get no more hashtags. But Walmart, though, they don't need hashtags. They always got money. I'm about to go work with them. Does that make more sense?
But can I keep the Walmart vest?
No, you cannot. You don't even
Oh, that's topic. Fuck it. I don't even want to talk about that nigga, man. I hope he does the right thing.
There is no right thing. The only thing that he's doing is for himself. That's why I keep calling him a capitalist and you don't like it. But that's what he is.
Because you're a capitalist.
How?
Because you're a private owner of your enterprise and you do that shit for money. That's capitalist. We live in a capitalist society. I'm a capitalist. Every nigga watching this is a capitalist. Unless you're a commie.
If I was on Jay-Z's level, like mentally, I would not only do YouTube, I would do Twitch. I would do YouNow. I would go live on Twitter. I would go live on Instagram. Cash out everywhere. Do brand deals, multiple platforms. Then I would get an affiliation with each platform. Then I would buy shares in those platforms. Then I would be a spokesperson for those. You want me to tell you who else is a capitalist in the YouTube spectrum? But I still fuck with her.
Bro,
I like her.
Everybody that does YouTube is a capitalist. Unless you work for the U.S. government and you do YouTube, you're a capitalist. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you're a private party and you do things for money, that's capitalistic. That's commie. That's capitalist. That's you.
Alright, let's move on to the next subject. Alright, so we have Tana and Jake's Paul's wedding.
Jake's?
Yes, Jake's Paul.
What about it? I mean, like, I thought it might be 100, but you knew it was fake.
It's fake. Somebody went to the marriage registry. They're not married, and they had a felon who used to be a pimp and has human trafficking violations, as well as went to jail for human trafficking, being their fucking ordained minister.
Alright.
He's not ordained. They looked him up in the system as well. He is not a minister. They are not fucking married. And you know what? They live streamed their wedding for $50 fucking per person. You know how many people were in there?
20,000.
I think it was around like 30,000. All I know, actually, do the math. Do the math. They made around $3.5 million. So
the IRS should be knocking at their door, bro.
I'm gonna do the math.
Just because a nigga calls himself a bishop and he pimps bitches does not mean he's an ordained minister.
So I'm gonna just do 3 million. What the fuck?
You know,
computer?
that has a calculator built in.
I don't care. Is that it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I need 2 more.
That's not 3 million, bro.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Here, let me do it.
Just one more. There you
That's
go.
not.
Look, 3.
That's 3 billion, bro. You're drunk.
No.
Bro. All right, you want 3 million?
Daniel, why'd you click the C?
Just chill.
No, don't
All right,
click the
3.
C.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 3 million.
Divided by 50.
Divided by 50.
Equals, no, don't click plus. So 60,000 people were watching the wedding live.
Yeah, the IRS would be.
And here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. The live stream was filmed on a fucking potato. They ain't have no audio. Shit was skipping in and out. And then the live stream was like, the wedding is, for example, the wedding's gonna happen at 1 o'clock. These niggas didn't start walking down the aisle till 4. So you got 60,000 people waiting, and then here's the icing on the cake. They did a skit. Once they said "I do," you kiss the bride, blah blah blah. Some random dude came out and got a drink and started pouring it on Tana's dress. Talking about fuck Jake Paul and Tana.
If you get this video to 30 million views, fuck it, 3 million views. I'm gonna go find Jake Paul and beat his ass.
Why?
Nah, because motherfucking bitches getting canceled for spitting on dogs, but you have a motherfucking human trafficking pimp ordaining your wedding, and you make $3 million fucking dollars off of it, and YouTube will take that bitch's ads off. But y'all niggas is worse than dogs, bro. Y'all niggas is worse than niggas abusing dogs, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Y'all are taking, because at the end of the day, the people that watch Tana and Jake are little kids, and that's their parents' credit card being spent on that shit. Like, for one, y'all didn't really get married. Two, Tana had that not the Netflix, MTV special. And I didn't watch it, but I heard the whole special was basically about her and Jake's drama and planning the wedding and all that. But
it was fraud.
It was all fake. It was all fake, and I feel bad for these little kids that really genuinely believe it's real. Actually, I don't. Shit, y'all watch cartoons and shit. That shit ain't real, and y'all think it's real, so it's whatever. But it's just like, y'all are taking somebody's hard-earned money and made over $3 million in one fucking day over a fake wedding. And then they only invited influencers with high subscriber rates and put them in the front. They had 80 chairs and hundreds of influencers there. So there's niggas standing all over the place, and the people with the most subscribers get to sit in the front.
Me and Naja are married.
Now we're married. We're married now. Apparently.
Naja, will you marry me?
No.
Oh. $3 million, yeah, cha-ching. You're supposed to say yes, and then we could have got divorced on camera too. God damn it, like, bro, that's fraud.
That's the thing. Jake Paul has married 3 women on YouTube. Married 3 women already on YouTube.
Matter of fact,
the blonde girl, the brunette, and Tana. He's married 3 different people on YouTube already. How are y'all still falling for this shit? And I'm not talking about y'all that are watching this, because I know y'all are watching this are grown. How did he, like, what the fuck?
I don't even feel bad anymore. Like, y'all want to keep falling for this shit? Fuck it. Fuck that shit. Like, dude. I can't, bro. I can't. Next topic, bro. Call the fucking Better Business Bureau and the IRS, bro.
Yeah, dude. Call your bank and get a fucking refund, because that ain't cool.
Fraud,
that shit was literally filmed on a potato, and then the live stream, like, was filmed from somebody sitting in the back.
Hey! Hey! That's my nigga. I'm about to call you right back. Hey! Own it! Alright. Polo sport. Anyways, next topic.
There is no more topics.
You just deleted the last one. You ain't slick, bruh. What was the last topic?
That shit kind of old, and we already did 5.
Fair enough. Well, I'm sorry for the rant on the first one, bruh. I just be confused about modern day shit, but that's why I got this lovely lady to fucking keep me in check. Teach me.
Ow, our headphones are like bumping. Stop! What the fuck?
Thank you for watching. What is this? 14, 15?
15.
Thank you for watching podcast number 113.
Oh my god, don't say that.
Thank you for the support. We gonna keep doing this, man. God. Man.
Daniel at the end of the video. Guys, we're gonna keep Morty. Like, why are you this way? Okay, alright, bye guys. This is done. Daniel needs to go drink some water. Alright. You have dad jeans on, dude. Oh my god. Shit. You can see the whole studio. Fuck. No.
I love you.